Welcome back, record players. This is Meriesa, and it has been a real hot minute. I've been meaning to get a video out, but there were some issues with watching other UGC platforms. I put an end to some things and starting new things in the back end. So we may actually see a lot more stuff later on, probably sometime next year or later. Regarding all of that, I know that many of us have been very connected. You know, graduations, workshops, and so much of the ending of Rec Room. So many events around that, and I've been there, and it has been a real privilege to be with you all. That said, this is not the end for you and I. I really want to stay connected to all of you. I'm starting up my YouTube channel all about gaming experiences, game design, and how to design for your audience, whether you want to monetize or create a really engaging space. So I learned a lot about that at Rec Room. I ran the creative team at Rec Rooms. So would love to share all of that with all of you. That said, I didn't just run that team. I also helped. I did create the creative community from the ground up. It was really awesome, and did a lot of designing the creative tools, the creative moderation systems, and so forth. There was a lot of stuff that I did for Rec Room, so I am so excited to share all of this stuff, especially when it comes to a creator ecosystem and a player ecosystem, and how to move those two forward and align and move players into creators. And we did that at Rec Room. We did that at Rec Room, and it was really awesome to watch all of that. So I learned a lot, and I love to teach all of you how to do that with your experiences. Whether you're building a game like Rec Room, or you're building a hangout room and VR chat, or you're just going to put something together for fun in a different Unity or Unreal platform and push it all to Steam. So I would love to hear the experiences that you're creating. Please send them to me, and we can have a chat, maybe an interview, and I will share them on the YouTube channel. I'm excited for this next journey. That said, I really truly love Rec Room. Rec Room is a huge part of me, and a bit of my soul lives here, as many of you are largely a part of that. And I'm gonna miss hanging out in my dorm room, and I'm gonna miss hanging out in all the rooms that I created and watching you guys create with me in fun creative spaces together, collaboratively creating, having fun, and just having a blast using creative tools. It was just such an experience watching from a lot of you go from not knowing how to create to actually teaching creation all up, and growing a creative community yourself and a player community, and then making your own studios. Lots of you have been through that journey, and it has been a privilege to be a part of that. And I love watching this happen to so many people. It has been great, and I'm gonna write a book on it someday, on how to design a creator ecosystem and a player ecosystem, and what that means, and the full scope. Right now, I wanted to mention, hey, I'm at Nilo.io, another creative fun space, and we're still very new. And if you guys want to drop by, check us out, please do. You can create spaces for free, or you can, pay to have additional features. But check it out. I have a link in the bio below. Stay tuned. I have my YouTube channel. Please share it. I want to continue doing this. I'm going to try to do this like a video once a week, probably do more later, but it has been a great privilege to be here with all of you and actually start the next journey, because this is not the end for you and I don't want this to be the end for us. I definitely want to continue on this journey, and eventually, who knows, we might see a better tool in the future. That said, it has been a real privilege. So going from creating the creative community and all the programs, most of the tutorial and the creative programs from the ground up, and then also watching all the studios become pretty big, to designing all the tools, not all the tools, but most of the tools, or being very close and part of that, and to designing the creative moderation systems, which is a whole nother deal when you're dealing with a whole creative community that can collaborate publicly and privately together in a fun creative space. And I know all of that. It's been a real honor to learn all of it. So, and it has been a great honor for all of you reaching out to me, especially after the layoffs, connecting with me and making sure that I was okay and making sure that I was doing well. It has been a true honor. Thank you. Thank you so much. I had no idea that I actually touched so many lives, and that is awesome. That is really cool. Actually, it's a huge achievement, and I know that many of you also touched so many lives. So don't forget that if you were a teacher in Rec Room, you touched a lot of lives. Okay, you also did the same thing, and it has been awesome to be a part of that. I love hanging out in this dorm, and I have a lot of memories in here, and I wanted to share some of that with you. I'm going to start over here though, and I have a couple of boxes that I really love. I'm going to do another box video at some point where I go through all the boxes. It has so many beautiful messages in the boxes, so I have to do a video, and I'm probably going to do that today or tomorrow, but I still got to save a lot of Rec Room content. But I want to go over a couple of photos here. So this is actually with a lot of YouTubers here. This is a photo with a lot of YouTubers. And one of my best friends over here is Delicia. Delicia is a really great friend of mine, and she got all these people together in the same room, and we just had a blast with a bunch of YouTubers, really famous YouTubers, really cool. And then this is a Halloween party that I attended with a couple of dev friends, and some awesome, amazing boxes here, and we're going to go over that. That's going to be a separate video. But this is my dorm, and I really wanted to show you guys. These are from a lot of great people that made. I actually made this and these below, but as you guys can see here, many of you might recognize the melted snowman. Yes, the melted snowman was in the rec center. He was a little bit of an Easter egg, and he would slowly melt as summer came along. And then this is from the creator, the Rec Holiday Market. I actually started this. It was a huge success in Rec Room, and it still lived until Rec Room shut down. So lots of great stuff here. And this is a statue for representing all of the creator classes. And we would have this in the Creator Academy room and a couple others. And there's like a lot of things that people help make for me, and that was really awesome. And this is the famous Maker Pin class logo that lives everywhere in Rec Room and probably surpass Rec Room as well. I'm going to be surprised to not see this outside of Rec Room. I think this is going to exist outside of Rec Room at some point. But every class, every creative community has this logo represented in their branding, and it's a logo that I made a long time ago. Many of you may or may not know, but I started the Creative Hub Discord long before I actually started working for Rec Room. It was known as the Rec Room Art Discord, and then it became the Maker Pin class Discord, and then I made this logo for the Maker Pin class Discord, and then this became the Creative Club logo, and then it became the Creator Hub logo, and it represents creativity in Rec Room, and it was so known by the creative community that it's just all over Rec Room. It's pretty cool to see and watch that journey happen. This is from one of my friends' rooms. They made an Alice in Wonderland room. One of my favorite characters is this caterpillar guy. I really love him. And he was given to me by my friend, Delicia. And these butterflies here are from a Miraculous Ladybug promotional room that never got launched because the company canceled. But these butterflies are from from that room, and they're actually made by Snox. So these butterflies are actually made by Snox, and they're really pretty, and I like them. And this is actually a gift from a creator, and it was for my birthday. And my birthday is actually on June 2nd, the day after Rec Room closes, sadly. But I love, I love showing these things. These are so beautiful. And this is a little doll that I made, all out of tubes actually, and it was really fun to make. Going back over here, the dragon, many of you guys might know, he came from the mushroom land that I did as a concept for the fog. And then this one is the hat. Go get the hat. And this is from Harry Manlegs. And we made a whole room for him. I worked with a lot of creators to make this room. And I just grabbed the stand and I was like, yes, I'm going to put that in my dorm room because that was a really fun experience to create for Harry Manlegs. And then I also created this pirate guy a long time ago for costumes. It was representing of like how to create costumes using the maker pen and some of these doll assets. So this was a costume that I made as an example of what you can make for costumes. Back over here, I made the Soul Fox room. This was a Soul Fox quest. This was really awesome. And if you guys don't know, the music that was made for the Soul Fox Tale room was actually designed by Trunks. So Trunks actually made the Soul Fox Tale music, and that was the first time that Trunks and I actually worked together like this. And then I hired him on later to help with the creative stuff. And then this is Rubbly Rekla. This was actually a quest that I designed way back with like Harrison and Crow Cox. Man, it's been so long. The team was just the three of us, and we created this experience basically with very little tools, but it was fun, and it's here because that was a fun experience that we won. All right, and then this one is a hat that was designed by, I think this was Snox. It was Snox or Crafty that made this hat. But either or, I saved this hat because it represents all the creative, fun, magical moments that we created in the rec centers. We helped design a lot of the rec centers during the time that I ran that team. And this was given to me by a friend. It was really cute, and I have had him on my couch for a very long time. Really fun stuff. Now, if I come back up here, this was art that was designed by Ryu way back in the day. You can tell it's way back in the day because it's on this whiteboard here. Really fun. And then this is the very first tutorial experience that I ever created. I had people build a rocket ship with very simple primitives. And then I created these flowers for Mother's Day, and I put them all in the rec center during that time. Now, if I go up here, this was given to me by a friend for my birthday. His name is Durzo, and he created and made this, and it's still in my dorm till this day. And if I go back over here, I have some photos. Wait, if I go, so let's start over here. I have "Be creative and give it your rec room best" slogan. I actually made a cup for a holiday, and I put that on the cup. I don't know if I know a lot of people have it, but like it was a very limited time that I had it available. But that's from that. And then I have the Rec Olympics stand, and this is from a huge promotional experience that I ran with my team, and it was really fun. It was very time constraint, but we worked as a team and we got it all done, and we got it all done, guys. But that was an event that involved creators. That was an event that involved a lot of many rooms. I would say like it had been like 11 to 12 to 15 rooms. There was a lot of rooms involved, and we pulled it together even though the time constraint was crazy and we needed to land on time. There wasn't an option not to land on time. So we did, and it was awesome, and it was such a beautiful experience. It's such a great showpiece as well, and it's such a testament to creativity and and our tools and bringing players together in a very sports and fun way. It was called the Rec Olympics. Very cool experience to be a part of. And then over here, I have quite a bit of a board. First, I'm going to start off with the Maker Pin class. So I actually started the Maker Pin class long before I actually got hired by Rec Room, and there's a room called the Maker Pin class, and it's just a very simple theater room. And then when I got hired, I made this room, and it's round because it brings people together, and each station represents a creator station. So a creator can jump into one of those stations, and then they start creating, and people can come around and ask them questions and get and meet other creators. It was a fun creative space that kind of that drove a lot of creativity, inventing systems, because it brought a lot of different people together. And that was the point of this. And we ran this twice a week in Rec Room, and this was a very amazing experience that I put together, and it was really awesome to watch this room be a very big part of the creative community, of actually building and creating the creative community. So that and the gallery too. This one over here, someone put this together. I thought this was really cool. And then this was an illustration that I designed long before Rec Room, but a creator brought it in. His name is Shoto, and he actually did one of those little staple things with the marker, and that was really cool. He actually coded it and everything. Over here, I have, this was me in the rec center when I was putting the buckets together, and I was bringing the buckets closer and closer each day, and it was really fun to watch how the community would respond to that. And here are some of the classes. Like, this is the abstract class, really cool experience, and this is the puzzle class, and this is the adult Maker Pin graduation class. Such a big class, and that's my friend Alicia. She runs that, and that was they're very cool, and me and Alicia together, very cute. And we have the building and circuits class. So this is a circuits class here. Very cool. And then this one is the I think Valhalla, one of Valhalla's classes, and Valhalla made some of the biggest classes. Like his classes were like 70 people a semester, and he would run those a lot of semesters, and it was amazing how many people were in that class. You wouldn't think, how can you get 70 people in a semester? But this guy got 70 people, 70, and they were active, and it was amazing to watch that class. Those graduations were huge. It was awesome. And this was one of my birthdays. Lots of friends here that I liked hanging out, and they brought everything together. Thank you for all the birthday memories in Rec Room. And this is part of the chair challenge. I'll show you a little bit later, but the chair challenge was the one that actually sparked a lot of people just to create crazy stuff. I put a regular chair together, and people made monster chairs, and they made like really cool walking chairs, and they made all kinds of really crazy stuff. And I just like, hey, I have this chair, do something crazy with it. And there was so many people that just did crazy things with the chair, and it actually sparked a lot of creativity in Rec Room. And then I have this one. This is a little class here, and they always like make little trophies. And I love how the classes always make little trophies for their students. Very cool. And then we have the puzzle class. This is another puzzle class. This was a great class. The puzzle class was really started. I put a few classes together at first as an example of great classes, and it was a test to get the classes up and going. And puzzle class was one of those. Plus this was another puzzle class too. So very cool. Yeah, more graduations. You're gonna see me in a lot of graduation photos. I was huge in the classes, and this is the German Maker Pin class, and this is Mr. Legolas, one of my favorite people of all time. And this is Nectato, and in the Maker Pin class Q&A, You can see lots of people in here like doing weird stuff, and they're just funny and they do funky stuff. It's really cool. And then the Pop Academy semester was really fun too. And this was a Screen Mode maker pen class. People on Screen Mode creating, because there was a lot of, you can't create really good stuff on Screen Mode, but you can actually, and it's a lot more intuitive when you're in VR because you can get a sense of perspective and space. But this was really cool to see happen in Rec Room. Yeah, that was lots of cool stuff there. And if I go over here, here's part of the Maker Pen Challenge share. This was the first challenge in Rec Room. It's the blue chair. And this is part of the Miraculous Ladybug experience, promotional experience I never launched, sadly. And these guys are made out of tubes, and it was really fun making those. This is not mine. This is a creator that I love because it reminds me of the plushie, so I kept it. And this is something I made a long time ago. And I made the rings a long time ago. And this is Jade KVR back in the day. We made a quest for Jade KVR. Yeah, very cool. And got some flowers and roses. And then Tomb Heist, this was a quest that I made with Rec Room back in the day. And then I still have to clone this room, guys. Still have to clone this room. And then I still have to download this room. We have, oh man, I still have to download this room as well. The Soul Fox room as well. And then this is the Maker Pen class backpack. Again, the logo is such a big part of the class. So it's about creating your dreams. So it's like a glue gun, right? And it's about creating your dreams as a cloud. Creating your dreams. Very cool. And then this was given me back in the early days from Mr. Bird, a creator in Rec Room, and they worked with me a lot in some of the early promotional stuff with some YouTubers, and yeah, I kept it till this day. And here is an astronaut that I made. Many of you guys know what this astronaut outfit is. One of the first examples of costumes in Rec Room. And I made a space astronaut. And the reason for that is because it's all about exploration and creativity, and like a little interesting story about me is like I have family involved in space. So it's really cool to watch that actually become part of my life, and I kind of like sneak it into places. Doom. This is Doom. I actually met the creator of Doom and made this costume for him, and we ran together with the CEO with these Doom costumes as he was making a documentary about Rec Room. And I don't know if it was a documentary. I think it was more like a story, but something like that. And then here's one of the challenges that I put together, a floaty challenge. I really like this guy, so I kept him around. But he's really cute. And then this bat comes from the first Creative Club room that we did back in the early days of the Creative Club, that when we started that, and this is actually a part of that. This was given to me by a creator, and a really fun creator who made a lot of it really interesting and inventive stuff. And it's a goose, and I put them in the kitchen for a reason. And I just, it just reminds me of that creator, so that's cool. And this is a promotional room that I did, and it never went live, but this was part of a Jumbotron experience, and it was really fun. Yeah. A couple of other ones. Back in the earlier days, we had a really known creator who did stick figures, and they did a really great job of animating them. So they gave me this little stick figure of me, and they made a whole like little gallery of them running around and like fighting each other with maker pens. It was awesome. And this is from Valhalla, back in the early days. Very fun. And then this is from Max. Made a little robot of me. I do keep some of these things around just because they're just so active in the creative community, and they're just always so giving, and and always connecting with others. It's really, really great to just remember who they are and keep their work close and see where they have grown. This is back in the old days. Some of you may or may not actually recognize this guy at all, but before we actually had a really good maker pen, we had a charades pen. And you couldn't really edit in the charades pen. Like if you created something and you exit out of that, you couldn't get back into it. You couldn't fly either. So this came from the Frozen Castle way back in the old days, and I made scaffolding to actually build that castle. And he was just the crazy snowman that would just sat by the castle, basically. Some of you may or may not recognize that. And then here are all the tools that I put together, especially Clone Flip. Love Clone Flip. Still love Clone Flip today, and actually was I helped design that. That was really fun, and designed many of these. These are really cool. Helped design many of them. And then up here, over here, I got some old stuff, and this is from the Gob's Tomb that I never finished. It was a really cool quest, and I never finished it. And then this is from the Roman Colosseum. Some of you might know with the Colosseum, this guy came from there, and then he ended up being everywhere. I think I saved him in an invention to give to people, and then he ended up being like in almost all rooms, even till this day. I don't know how famous this little skeleton is, but he's like in almost everyone's room. Especially if you're a new creator, you probably have him in your room. And then some of the trophies that I've gotten from the Hollow Bash. We did a lot of Halloween contests, and some of this kind of like lived with that. And then I have the really old room that I did was Quidditch, and this is before we actually had really good tubes. Now we have like really good tubes, but this was before that, and I originally would probably make this out of tubes, but I didn't. But before we even have flying, we found ways to fly in Rec Room, kind of like invented our own way to fly, using tricks to do that. And we made I made a flying Quidditch game in Rec Room way back in the early days. It was really fun. So yeah, this is my dorm, and I wanted to share that because I'm not gonna see this like this again. So I want to take this all in, and you guys get to see my dorm, take it all in, and it's pretty cool. You know, I really gonna miss all of you, and I know, you know, you're not all going away, but it's really nice to be all in the same space with all of you and talking to your friends and making connections. And you guys grew so much. It was really awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna miss my friend Durzo here and Delicia, and we're still gonna hang out, but this creative space where we can actually create stuff together and make stuff in the same space on different platforms, like someone can come in on, you know, screen mode if they can't wear a VR headset. We can just make stuff and like collaborate and have fun discussions while making really crazy stuff. I'm gonna miss that, you know? It's like, gonna miss you guys and doing that with you. This is not the end. There will be other platforms in the future that will have stuff like this, maybe even better. So stay tuned. Follow me on this YouTube channel, and I just can't wait to get more connected again with all of you. It's been a really hot minute. It's been a roller coaster ride for me after all the layoffs, and you know, join me in Nilo. Support us. It'll be really fun to have you there. Give your feedback, and you can always drag your experiences into Nilo as well. I'll list the link in my description below, so you can actually just drag your worlds into Nilo if you want to. But we have games coming soon, so that'll be fun. Games might happen soon. We might have other things happen soon, so stay tuned. Support us. It'll be really fun. But as you guys are working in other creative platforms and making games and experiences, you know, connect with me. I would love to do a live stream or a video on it, or like interview you it'd be really fun to see like your experience there. And can't wait to actually get connected. It was really fun working with all of you, watching all of you grow and building the creator ecosystem and the starting of that. So one day I'm going to write a book on creating a creator ecosystem because I really love it. I really love it. And I think like a lot of people misunderstand. There's a lot of misunderstandings and there's a lot of blank spots too that connect a lot of different players and creators together in a full-blown ecosystem that I really feel like I really understand. And one day I'm going to share that with a lot of people. And I just can't wait to see all of you create your own experiences elsewhere. So let's stay connected, share your experiences with me, and yeah, let's see where it goes. I'm excited. And even though this is the end, for Rec Room, we all got influenced by this. So this is definitely not the end of this type of product. Me, you, someone will make something really cool and potentially even better. So it will be really cool to see what happens. Thank you all, and I'm going to say the words. Be creative and give your Rec Room best. But don't forget, I'm also changing my slogan to give it your creative best. Because, Rec Room, we're going to miss you, Rec Room. This was a beautiful game, and it shouldn't close. This was a beautiful experience. Yes, it had issues, but it was still like there's something very special here. So, and to see that go is very sad. But I want to thank you all for staying connected and sharing your thoughts. I'm actually going to have another video come out with all the boxes that people sent me because there's just so many beautiful messages on those boxes. I need to actually take a video, and I only have 2 days to do it. So I'll do it soon, probably today. But this video is going to go out live soon, and it was very transparent. I probably won't cut much because I just want to get it out there. I love you guys. It was awesome. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I love watching you guys grow and become teachers, become leaders, become making your own studios. It was awesome to watch. Don't forget that. Keep doing that. And connect with me with all the new experiences that you have created, whether on any UGC platform. It could even be Roblox. It could be VR chat. It can be Resonite. It could be a new UGC platform. It could be Nilo. Share it with me. I want to see it. And please share with me. And don't feel bad about pinging me a lot. Because I do get a lot of messages, and sometimes they get down in the stacks. So if you really have something you want to share with me, it's okay. You can poke me a couple times. All right, love you guys all, and remember, give it your creative best. Give it your creative best. It has been great, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.